Times are tough now in America, but we've been here before. We can do this. We can build back better. And I'm looking forward to getting started as soon as we can.
Those who ruined your life with precise planning of every step of taking your rights away don't plan anything good for you in the future. A new government plan we keep hearing about is the Universal Basic Income. And that sounds good on paper. After all, who doesn't like free money? But as always, the truth is that there is an evil agenda behind these kind words. Here is why. The government is not a generous entity. Everything you get from the government comes with a price. You can use their roads as long as you give them part of your income. You can use their water if you pay a monthly fee for their services. In some cases, they send the police to block people from their basic needs.
Well, yesterday people started showing up to the store in Northeast Portland and began taking the food from the dumpster. Hundreds of packages of sausages, cheese, drinks, and more were in the trash at the time. Portland police showed up and stopped people from taking the food.
They do that because their goal is that you become completely dependent on them. What I said so far is not new. It has been the case for years. What's different now is that they have the technology as well as the approval of many citizens who became apathic to their human rights being taken away from them to completely control people.
Just stay the fuck at home.
The internal communication systems built by the authorities are there because they want to know everything about all of us. If all of their databases are connected, we don't have privacy anymore. That means that every cop or government employee with access to these systems can find all of your information, stalk you, spy on you, and medical confidentiality is officially dead.
There you go, your QR code, please.
The app doesn't check whether you're old enough but immune enough to come in.
Yep, all good. Thank you.
Besides government employees, there are also security breaches that appear to happen to every government database that ever existed. The following is a partial list of data leaks from government databases, all from the first quarter of 2021. India, Brazil, the Netherlands, Israel, England, Australia, Singapore, England again. And I guarantee that all of these governments promised people that their data will be protected. That's what they always say. In fact, your data is never protected. These leaks could be a result of bad products that weren't designed well, but there's a second option. It could also be a false flag meant to condition people to accept that these sort of incidents just happen, so that the next time it happens to you, you will just shrug your shoulders and say something like, yeah, these things always happen. I'm not that interesting anyway. And just continue like nothing happened. Now let's talk about what happened so far, and why I believe that the universal basic income will be forced on us. First, in 2020, businesses were ordered to be shut down. Some of them had to go bankrupt as a result. Second, nowadays, thanks to the IT industry, many jobs became automated. Labor is not needed as much as it used to be, and many cannot find a job anymore. Third, decisions in 2021 are forcing the economy into hyperinflation, so your savings won't buy you as much as they used to, and you pretty much wasted your time and energy to get this money. Once you have no business, no options to be employed, and no savings, you become completely dependent. I expect few months of chaos when the local currency in every country is devalued. People will be fighting each other for basic needs. After that, when the masses become weaker than ever, the ruling class will come up with the perfect solution: global currency, with everyone receiving a certain amount of money each month. This solution will give the government full control over every one of us. By that, I mean that you could be coerced to participate in medical experiments or be drafted to the military, for example. Refusing any of the authorities' demands could potentially cost you your income. Theoretically, they could starve you.
One theory is that people learn things correctly whenever they get punished for making a mistake. A common application of this theory would be when parents spank a child who does something wrong. But actually, we know very little about the effect of punishment on learning because almost no truly scientific studies have been made of it in human beings.
In the 1960s, a psychologist by the name of Stanley Milgram conducted a series of experiments focusing on obedience. He found that people are likely to obey a figure of authority, instructing them to cause pain or even kill a person they don't know, when they don't experience the pain that they inflict on others. In the same manner, the person who cancels your money supply won't be bothered too much by the consequences of cutting you off your income, as they will not interact with you in any way. From their side, they are ordered to perform an action, they enter input to a software, and your chip is no longer recognized in the grocery shop.
Takes a second. Here we go. So you're good to go.
This is how I imagine the future that the government planned for us. So from data science perspective, even if we assume that governments and media's misleading advice and decisions weren't malicious, they were bad for us. And if it was a bad idea to follow their advice so far, we can conclude that it is likely a mistake to follow their advice now. My advice is this: never give information about yourself unless you are obliged. If you are asked to give your name and number when entering a restaurant, write down fake details. This is especially true for the internet. If you are not willing to get a chip in your body, become as independent as you can by taking care of your basic needs, and prepare for the option of living under the radar. The best use of your time right now, in my opinion, is learning survival skills and buying products that might be essential for your survival.